So here we go. Hello.
Hello.
As I have already known about you a little bit, your partner told me, but still, where are you from?
I'm from Australia.
Yeah. And
Yes.
what's your name?
Jackie.
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 Yeah. They quite match also.
Yeah.
So, Jackie, is it your first visit to India?
Yes.
I'm with Jimmy.
Yes.
Okay. So it's your first visit to India. That means you were in Kerala, as he told me.
Yes.
And did you enjoy Kerala?
Yes.
Really?
Loved it.
And how was your experience with Panchkarma over there?
It was amazing. It's something I've wanted to do for about 5 years now, and I started studying Ayurveda about 5 years ago, and ever since I heard of Panchakarma, I wanted to come to India and do it. So
you have been studying about Ayurveda since 5 years.
yes,
Oh, wow.
and teaching it as well.
Teaching, yeah.
Yes.
You told me you.
I'm not a doctor or a practitioner,
I see.
but I am very passionate about it and teach it a lot in my style of yoga.
I think you don't need to have some fancy degree. You know, there may be a lot of times doctors are doctors, but still they are not able to heal.
Yes, yeah.
So I think we are intelligent beings, so we can do research and we can have knowledge even without degrees.
Yes,
That's
yes.
what a human mind is made for.
Yes.
So it's very interesting to know that you have been researching about Ayurveda since 5 years.
Yeah.
And before getting deep into that, I would really want to praise you. You are an amazing yoga practitioner. I was sitting over here and I was just trying to have little glances because it was great.
Thank you.
It was actually a treat to look at you, but then I avoided looking for long because it might have made you conscious. But it was like a treat to look at your yoga poses. They were so perfect. And then Jimmy also told me that he is learning from you. And
Yes.
I told him that, oh, that is one of the reasons you are having a partner, because you are a yoga teacher also.
I'm very passionate about it. I'm obsessed with it.
You're obsessed with yoga.
Yes.
So in Australia, you teach yoga.
Yes,
You're a
and
yoga-
internationally. Thailand, I've taught in Costa Rica, I've taught in Europe, and now Sri Lanka and India, because I taught at the Panchakarma. I taught yoga on the
He taught at
Panchakarma.
Panchakarma. Okay, do you know him?
Shiva?
Shiva.
Yes.
Can you say Har Har Mahadev?
Har
Har Har
Har
Mahadev.
Mahadev. Har Har Mahadev.
Yeah, Mahadev is the other name of Lord Shiva.
Great God.
Great God.
Great God,
Exactly.
yes.
The God of the gods.
Yes.
And Har means his energy.
Har Har Mahadeva.
It's very powerful.
Yes.
Actually. It's, when we speak this, it's just like connecting with the Almighty. And I just believe that Almighty is just one.
Yes.
It's nothing like Shiva is great or Jesus is great.
I believe the same.
Almighty is one. It is just our way to connect.
Yes.
So you have been researching into Ayurveda since 5 years. So I would like to ask you, what made you to research about Ayurveda?
So I hold yoga teacher trainings back in Australia. I train people to become yoga teachers,
Okay.
and Ayurveda was one of the modules on the trainings that I was a part of.
Okay.
So that's how I was properly introduced to it. I'd heard of it a lot, but I was properly introduced to it through the training. And then for 5 years, the training I was on, they taught it, so I got to study it 5 years in a row, which is really cool.
Okay. There is one very important quote about Ayurveda which I really like, which is very impactful. Ayurveda says, your food is your medicine.
I believe that.
Very powerful, you know.
Yes.
And sometimes we forget that.
Yes.
Because you should eat like you are having medicine.
Yeah.
Right proportion and right thing, and then food will act like medicine.
Yes.
Can you please share, since you have been researching on Ayurveda since 5 years, I'm sure you are full of insights. Can you please share for me and for my viewers your takeaways from Ayurveda?
It's very simple. It's living in alignment with nature.
Wow.
Yes.
Amazing.
It's so simple. So depending on your genetic makeup, your prakriti and
Prakriti, yeah.
prakriti, and then your current conditions, your vrikriti.
Okay. Vikruti.
Vrikriti?
Okay.
Yes.
Wow, cool.
So my prakriti is vata. It's very airy.
Okay.
Vata. My vrikriti is pitta. It's very fiery. So my natural essence, my nature is quite Sorry, I just got sunscreen in my eye.
You would want come.
Oh no, it's just the sunscreen, I think, not the sun. Is quite dry and hot.
Okay.
So for me, it's beneficial to be in areas, climates that are a little bit more humid. So your humid weather is better for me because it's damp. And foods I need to eat are, sorry.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah, I just got.
Continue.
Yes, very simple, living in alignment with nature, according to the seasons, according to your climate, what kind of climate you're living in, and according to your prakriti and vikriti.
Okay.
Yes.
So how did you figure out your prakriti? I mean, I just wanted to ask if somebody has to figure out their prakriti, and how do you do that?
You can see a Vedic astrologer, or
You need astrologer for.
you don't necessarily need that. You can diagnose yourself technically if you are honest.
Okay.
You have to be very honest and aware of yourself.
Aware of yourself.
Yes. So if you can look at yourself and be like, "Oh, I am quite a scattered person. I easily get anxious. I am quite airy. It's hard for me to focus."
Okay.
Then being honest with yourself would be like, "I'm probably a Vata constitution." And if your zodiac is in the element of air, let's say.
Okay.
So you can judge it like that yourself, or you can see an Ayurvedic doctor.
Ayurvedic doctor. Yeah. That is.
Or a Vedic astrologer, or a medicine astrologer.
We have institutes over here in India which are totally dedicated to Ayurveda.
Yes.
Ayurveda medical institutes. And if you have been to Delhi, there are a few.
Yes.
Really authentic ones.
Yes.
Okay, so that's what. So then you decided to come to India because because India is the root of Ayurveda and
End of yoga.
and of yoga.
Yeah.
So what are your hopes and expectations with Rishikesh?
I've only been here less than a day, and
yes.
doing yoga on the Ganges, I've never felt sthira sukha.
Amazing.
I've never felt it like this before. I feel it in my yoga practice back home, but just doing that practice was like all I need from Rishikesh. So anything on top of that will be a bonus.
This is an amazing location, and I think this is the best location.
Yes.
Himalayas and Ganga itself, because this is the kind of environment which automatically prompts you
Yes.
into yogic lifestyle and practice. Even those who are not into yoga, they can feel a kind of union over here.
Yes.
Okay, sir. Okay, would you like to tell something about your home and family back there? Like how, if you don't mind me asking.
Yes, my home and my family.
Yeah, how do you live as family and all, family bonds? Like in India, we are so much into attachments.
Yes,
So much
yeah.
into attachments.
I try to live with non-attachment as best I
Okay,
can,
okay.
but I do have a good relationship with my family and my friends and my community.
Okay.
Something I've learnt along the way that has been very helpful to me as my work has grown and expanded. I'm helping a lot more people. I'm working with a lot more people's energy. Is it's actually important for me to disconnect from everybody.
Because you deal with a lot of people.
Yes.
And if you get attached, then it will be difficult for you.
It can be draining energetically. So I have found that disconnecting from everything to connect to myself, it allows me to continue to connect deeply with people. But I have to keep disconnecting as well. It's important. Yeah.
So this is one thing that Westerners mostly say. Not Westerners, but this idea is also from Buddhism. You know, that connected to all but attached to none. This idea of
Yes.
connected to all but attached to none.
That's beautiful. Connected to all but attached to none. I love that.
Yeah, it comes from Buddhism also.
Yes.
So, do you have some idea about Buddhism?
I do. I just spent 3 weeks in Sri Lanka.
Okay.
We held a yoga and wellness retreat there, and it's heavily devoted. The country is so devoted to Buddha
Okay.
and Buddhism, so I learnt a lot there.
Because-
Which is, when I say I learn a lot, I actually learnt a tiny bit, but
Yeah,
it,
that's true.
that's very, again, it's very simple.
You can never know.
Yeah.
So one of the teachings of Buddha is that Buddha says, actually my mom is so much into Buddhism.
Yes.
And I belong to the same community where Buddha belonged. Buddha was Shakya sage, and me too. Not a
Yes.
sage, but belong to community.
Yes.
So one of the nicest thing about Buddha's teaching is that Buddha says, doubt everything,
Okay.
Doubt everything.
So there's no expectation.
And doubt everything, he means that doubt even the scriptures
Yes.
and be your own life.
Yes. Yeah.
Figure out it yourself.
Yes.
Because your path may be different.
Yes.
Your
Yeah.
path may be different. It may not be like everyone is doing.
Yes.
And then Buddha says that peace begins when expectations end.
Yes. Yeah.
Peace begins when so just like that. So
Yeah.
Buddhism, I really am also very much intrigued about Buddhism.
Yes.
Right from childhood, I was into Hinduism.
Yes.
And now I feel that I don't really need to identify with any religion. It's not necessary. You don't need to be bounded by rules of religion.
Yes.
I more feel that I am more like a spiritual person.
Yes.
While
Yeah.
being anything on documents.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, Jackie, thank you
Yes.
so
Thank
much
you so
for
much.
talking to me. I would just make one request. Of course, you can deny that. Since you are an amazing yoga teacher, can you just show us one yoga pose, like really difficult one?
A really difficult one. Okay.
Okay, so that the viewers can notice your expertise.
Okay.
Difficult or useful or whatever. I can follow. I can follow you.
Come in.
Yeah, sure. Here you go.
Here I go.
Wow. Amazing. This is called Shirshasana.
Shirshasana.
Yeah, my father also did. Good. Cool. Thank you so much. And it
Thank
takes
you.
a lot of practice to achieve this, right?
It did take me a long time
Long
to get
time,
there. That didn't
long-
happen overnight.
Yeah, it has.
Yes.
Okay, Jackie,
Okay.
thank you so much.
Thank
Take
you.
care, and I hope you gather very good experiences from here. Can you just say Har Har Gange?
Har Har Ganga.
This is in praise of Goddess Ganga.
Okay. Har Har Ganga.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.